Hello everyone, welcome back to the Sweet Star Candle YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be making a Christmas tree candle. So while I've got my wax melting in my big wax melter, I'm going to get my jar prepped. So for step one, I'm going to get my wooden wick ready. So I have the Crackling Wick 0.02 by Maxi, and I'm going to use the 0.5 width and 5-inch wick. I'll have these linked down below. I'll have an affiliate link if you want to support me through that. So I'm just going to get one of these out of the bag. Also going to get a wooden wick tab. These are from Aztec. And a wooden wick sticker. I believe these are from Aztec as well. And then I've got my jar. This is a 22-ounce Libby jar. I have this link down below as well. I'm going to spray in some isopropyl alcohol. And I do this so that our wick sticker will stick really well to the bottom of our jar and the candle will not have any debris in it. So now my next step is going to be adding my wooden wick to my little wooden wick tab. I'm just going to try to get this right in the center of this. Then I'm going to take my wick sticker and just take it off that. I'm going to try to add this right into the center of this. And then press it down. So this is from Nordic Candle Supply, and it is a wooden wick placer tool. And they make these for every kind of jar and every kind of size wooden wick or cotton wicks, so I'll have these linked down below. I really recommend them. So I just take my wooden wick, I put it into the bottom of this, peel off the sticker, and then before I put it down in there, I see how I'm holding on this end. I just pull it up so it's not touching the bottom, put it on the jar, and then just let it fall. And then I kind of use the bottom of this to press it in there. It's really stuck. There we go. And then I'm just going to put my candle in some aluminum foil. And the reason I'm doing this is to help avoid, you know, some candles they'll get crackles on the side over time, which it'll happen with all candles, but this just helps make that process take a lot longer. So it keeps the heat in our candle, so it solidifies slower. Next step is going to be measuring out however much wax you want to use for your candle. I'm going to use 10 ounces, and then I'm just going to let it fall into my pitcher on top of my scale. So to my wax, I'm going to be adding some candle dye so we can get a really pretty green color. I'm going to add 1 drop blue and 1 drop yellow liquid candle dye. And I think these are both from Nature's Garden. I'll have them linked down below. So 1 drop yellow and 1 drop blue. I'm also going to add 1/64 teaspoon of Nature's Garden Diamond Dust mica powder. And this is going to make our candle sparkle as it melts. If your wax was at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, feel free to add fragrance oil at that point. Get it all mixed in there until it's not cloudy anymore. And then I'm going to let it cool just a little bit to about 190 before I pour into my jar. Now my wax is ready to pour. I'm going to put in my spoon into my jar. That way it kind of breaks the fall. I'm going to add my wax. I'm just slowly bringing the spoon up to the level of the wax. This is going to decrease the amount of bubbles as well. So while my candle is cooling down, I'm going to get my embeds that are going to go on top ready. So for this candle, I've got a brand new star mold. And then I've got my cloud and teardrop mold. I have a link to these both down below. So these are going to be the yellow stars, which would go on top of our Christmas tree, and then these teardrops I'm actually going to make into the little ornaments. But you can really use whatever, you know, kind of Christmas decoration you want to on your candle, but I'm going to use these teardrops. I'm going to spray in some isopropyl alcohol into whatever parts of the mold that I'm going to be using. I'm just going to get those cleaned out. But I think I'm going to do yellow, and then I think for my ornaments I'm going to do red, blue, and yellow maybe. I'm also going to do a fun trick with some candle dye afterwards, so it actually looks more like an ornament, not like a teardrop. So for these embeds, I'm going to use some Hurricane embed wax. I'll have a link to it down below. The reason this wax is so good is that it has a higher melt point, so the embeds will last longer on top of the candle, and it's the same embed wax I use in my personal products. So I'm just going to get this plugged in, and I think to 200. I'm just going to get a clean pitcher and just add a little bit of wax. I'm really not going to need that much for my yellow stars. You can either use a heat gun, or I've got an electric hot plate here. Basically just get the wax liquefied. If it's already liquefied from using your Presto pot, go ahead and ignore what I'm saying. I'm going to add the same Nature's Gardens mica powder. I'm going to use 1/2 of 1/64 teaspoon. I'm also going to add 1 drop liquid yellow candle dye. And this is from Nature's Garden as well. So now that I've got my yellow wax melted down, I'm going to pour into my star mold. So I got my yellow pitcher cleaned out, and I'm going to add just a tiny bit of wax. I'm just going to repeat this step until I get all the colors that I want. So I think I'm going to use 1 drop blue in one, 1 drop red in one, and 1 drop magenta in one. That should be plenty. Just open the spigot for like 2 seconds, and just got a little bit of wax in there. I added it onto my hot plate, and I'm going to add 1 drop blue liquid candle dye from Nature's Garden. I'm also going to add a little bit of mica powder, so just 1/64 teaspoon. And once that gets fully melted, I can pour into my mold. So now I've got my blue all melted. I'm going to pour into my mold. And I'm just going to repeat that step for my red and my magenta. I'm going to let everything solidify, my candle and my embeds, and I will be right back. So I let my candle sit for a little while, and so now I'm going to use my heat gun. And this is basically going to make sure that the top of our candle is very smooth. I'm going to let my candle fully cool down, and I will be right back. So now that my candle is fully solidified, I'm going to take some scissors and trim down this wick. That will make it easier for us to access the top of the candle to add our embeds. I'm going to take it out of the aluminum foil. pretty green color. Now it's time to pop all of our embeds out and put them on our candle. So here is the stars. So here are all my stars, and I'm just going to pick out whichever one I think will look best. Normally it will be ones that don't have, see how it has that little circle? Ones that don't have that and have a really flat top. Like this one. So now that I've got my star picked out, I'm going to start unmolding our little Christmas tree lights. So there's the blue. I think I'm going to pick out this one because it has the mica powder kind of settled to the bottom. So I think I'm going to go with this one. Now for the magenta. I think I'm going to go with this one for the magenta. Finally, the red. I'm going to go with this one. So here are all three of our ornaments, and I think I'm going to put the blue in the middle because these are so similar, but there they are. So now it's time for the best part, adding our embeds. So to my little lights, what I told you guys I was going to do earlier, I think I'm going to take some black liquid candle dye and use a Q-tip to basically make the top of the ornament look like a little metal piece that you would like hook a hook onto or something, just so it makes it a little bit more unique looking. So I've got my black liquid candle dye here. You can do this with any color, but I'm just going to add one drop onto a Q-tip and then take my ornament and just go over the top. There's one done. Next for, I'm not even sure, these turn out so similar, but my red or magenta. Just going to do the same thing. You guys can kind of see the effect that that has on it. It kind of explains what it is a little bit. And make sure to comment, what is your guys' favorite Christmas song? I think my favorite is Last Christmas. I listen to that song all year round. I know you're probably not supposed to, but I do. Use that one. I know a lot of people like Mariah Carey, and then I like Rocking Around the Christmas Tree too. Just adding a little bit more black. Finally the blue, this one turned out the prettiest. And if you want to, you can always add mica powder into the bottom of the mold before you pour your wax, just to make it a little bit more sparkly. Here they all are. Now it's time to craft our candle. So I've got my star here, and this is going to go right over the top of our wick. And since we've let this solidify, I should just be able to gently press down, and it's not going to move any of the wax. So it goes down perfectly. And then I'm going to take my ornaments, and keep in mind you can make the ornaments whatever color you want. I'm going to add, I think, my red first, and then press down. Sorry if you guys can't see. Hopefully I can show you guys this next one better. So I'm going to add my blue. Then I'm going to add my magenta or red. And I'm just going to go back over the tops a little bit more to make sure that black stays. And there you have it. our Christmas tree candle. So our final step is going to be trimming this wick down. I use this. It's not a official candle supply, but it does really well. I'll have this link down below. So I just take this over the top of my wick, trim it, and then just do that a couple more times. It should be short enough right there. It's our final candle with all of our little ornaments. I just think it turned out so cute. You can see how the aluminum foil and the spoon method work really well to keep all of the bubbles out. Now it's time to burn our candle. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see some more Christmas tutorials. And I have a really fun video coming out for tomorrow for you guys, just as another thank you for supporting the channel and allowing me to follow my dreams. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.